Capricorn, hey, how are you? This is Lisa, and I'm here to do the middle of the month, September 2022. It's a general reading. It's not going to resonate with everybody, but take what does, leave what doesn't. And it's going to be for the middle of the month. If you're new to my channel, thank you so much for popping in. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll come back again. Give me a thumbs up, subscribe, write me a comment. I'd love to hear from you. And for those of you who've been here before, I really do appreciate the support. It means a lot. All right, let's see what we could tell Capricorn for the middle of the month. Okay. See if I can. Okay. All right, we got the Five of Wands, the Queen of Cups, the Ace of Cups, the Two of Wands, the Chariot, and the Ace of Wands. Wow. A whole lot of fire and water energy here. Okay. All right. Well, we'll first get started with this Five of Wands. Now, this is how you're seeing yourself right now. Like, this is how you feel. And maybe there's something going on in your life that there's a lot of turmoil, some chaos, maybe some drama. You know, maybe people are arguing about things. Maybe, you're not able to get settled on one situation or the other. Or maybe you're getting, like, wrapped up in people's stuff and, somehow just kind of, like, wrapped you up into it. Because this is, like, to me, this is always, like, people just arguing and they're shouting over each other and they're not letting anybody else be heard. They're kind of like, making sure they're getting their point across, but they're not hearing anybody else's point, and just kind of like going back and forth like that all the time. So I don't know what situation that would be in. But what you really want right now, with this Queen of Cups energy, this is like, you want to be a compassionate person. You want to be caring. You want to be, stable emotionally. You want to be able to, be engaged with somebody, that you're really there, you're there for them, and take care of them in a sense. Now, this could be actually your energy that you want, like this is what you want to project, or is this a person that you want to get to know, or a person that if you're involved in any kind of relationship with them, or you want to be. So I don't know just yet, but if it is, it could be a water sign. It's Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, but it doesn't have to be male or female. That doesn't matter. But it could be just somebody in your environment that may be involved in whatever chaos is going on over here. But what you're actually looking to have. So what you want right now is either to act like that, or to be that caring, considerate person, or you want to be around that person. Now, this Ace of Cups. This comes up in a situation where your Ace of Cups is about, like love and new relationships and compassion and creativity, and just having like a whole bunch of feelings and emotions that you want to share with somebody. But it's almost like it's coming up like your fears, like you're afraid to have those things, which is weird because what you really want is this Queen of Cups energy, but this Ace of Cups is coming up like you're afraid to have it. So maybe you're afraid to get in that new relationship. Maybe you were recently hurt. You're afraid to, put out too many feelings or to express too many emotions because you don't want to get hurt again. Or maybe because of all this chaos that's going on, it's not like something that you feel like comfortable to do right now. Let me clarify. Hopefully, be able to figure it out. We have, what I'll do is, after we read these, I'll clarify with another deck, and then we'll pull an oracle card and we'll see if we can tell a story. Because now we have this Two of Wands, and this is what you have going for you in a sense where you can make plans. You could decide on which path you're going to take, how you're going to handle something, how you think it might work, how, get just going on, just like making your lists and deciding, okay, this is how it should be with this, and this is how it should be with that, and you have it in your mind. You haven't actually branched out very far for whatever idea this is, because you do have this Ace of Wands over here where this is all about, having like a new spark, and like there's so much that you want to look into, and so much growth available. I feel like right now at this point, you're kind of just starting, and you're thinking about it, and you're planning it out, and seeing how it could work for you. Now this Chariot energy, he's actually a lot of drive and determination, very on point, knows what to do and how he's got to do it. You know, in the traditional deck, he's like got these horses and he's holding the reins sometimes, and sometimes he doesn't even have reins, but he's able to keep on track. And so it's like, right now you have that in you, but maybe this is what's throwing you a little bit, because it's not the best time to be that. Best time to be that, because this is like what's going against you. So maybe because of the drive and determination, it's saying, okay, you need to like put that down for a little bit. It's not the right time. For whatever that is, it's just not the right time. Now this could be in travel too. And if it's a matter of traveling, it's just, again, saying not the right time for you to travel, not the right time for you to be able to, look at a situation and say, yeah, I'm going to like put all my efforts into that, and maybe just need to wait a little bit. It's not a permanent thing, but just like right now, for whatever reason. And it could be something that comes up later that it would have been a better opportunity or better timing for it to work out. And now with this Ace of Wands, like I was saying before, you have, okay, this is all, you're inspired about something. You know there's new opportunities for you doing something creative. I feel like it's something creative that you've been thinking about. Maybe you want to get into a little bit more. There's a lot of growth potential. And that comes up as your possible outcome. So let's see if we can clarify and find out anything special. Okay, what do we got for this Five of Wands? Tell me Five of Wands for Capricorn. Five of Wands for Capricorn. Oops. All right, you got the Strength. And you got the Two of Wands again. All right, so I feel like even amongst all this chaos and drama and whatever's going on, these, people arguing, whatever, I feel like you're going to need your willpower and your strong will, and, being able to believe in yourself and your opinions and what you feel. And you're still going to go start making the plans, because I think you're figuring out this is what needs to be done. This is right. I can do it this way. And it really depends on what situation it is. I mean, it could be at work, could be a relationship, could be in your social life. But let's see, what about this Queen of Cups? Is this like a person that you're interested in a relationship, or is this a piece of you that you want to kind of bring out to everybody? Oops. All right, we got Justice and the Hangman. And 3 fell out, so. And the Hermit. So I feel like, all right, you know what you need to do as far as, all right, you're going to go within, you're going to say, okay, I'm going to figure out what has to happen over here to maybe make this chaos stop, maybe make all this stop, because you have the right idea. You know what to do, and you know what's right. You know what needs to be done. And at this point, maybe you want to look at it in a different way, or maybe you just want to say, I'll accept it as it is and not having to change too much, because you're feeling like whatever this situation is, you are right, and you don't think that you should have to deal with all that, all that static, when you just want to like make your plans and keep moving on. So I think it's maybe that with that Queen of Cups, it's more like a personality trait that you kind of want to pick up, so you can kind of moderate, whatever's going on, and being caring and being sensitive, not being too overbearing, but knowing you're right, and you could just be able to make things move better in that sense. because you have the answers within. You know if you go within, you're going to be able to figure it out. And this Hangman, it's just, you might have to accept consequences that come from it. Or you might need to look at it a little differently to be able to accept it. So what about this Ace of Cups? All right, we got the High Priestess and the Queen of Pentacles. Now, High Priestess is somebody who knows, well, it's got the energy of being able to know what's going on with things that are hidden, things that are not just right out in the open. You know, but you got to go into your intuition, use your gut feelings, and be like, okay, well, you know, this might be what's going on here, but I was thinking a little bit differently. And that actually has to do, like with the Hangman too, I'm just kind of feeling a little bit different about it. So maybe I could be, you know, I have a better understanding of it. And now the Queen, she's grounded, she's stable. You know, she could be very, very confident. But she's also, sometimes, when I look at this card actually, she's very focused. She is very, very focused on that pentacle. And I feel like she's like very homed in. So I don't know if this is somebody else in your environment or if this is you. Because after you went through and you went like, okay, I can figure this out. I'm going to be able to make these plans. I'm going to go with this. Did that become like, okay, I'm grounded, I'm practical, I'm here, I'm stable, and you're very focused on whatever this was going to be? Or is this somebody that you're around and they're kind of working this with you and they're incredibly focused on this situation? Yeah, I really never thought about this. She's like dead-eyeing it. So she's showing a lot of focus for whatever that situation is, whatever she's got her goal on. And whereas, you know, you might just be going with your gut and saying, what is it? Like, why is this happening? Maybe you can't even figure out why all this hoopla was starting, but you just know what you can do to calm it down and maybe make things, you know, roll a little bit easier. So what about this Two of Pentacles? Came up twice, so I'm thinking one of your plans. All right, you got your Ten of Cups and you got the Six of Cups. So whatever the situation is and the plans that you're making, now this might be, you know, whatever your Ten of Cups is really. I mean, if it's family, friends, home, you know, the whole couple, 2 dogs, cat, whatever. Or if it's just something else. And your Ten of Cups is what your Ten of Cups is. It's not the same for everybody. And I feel like you at some point having some nostalgia. So maybe your family is involved. You're thinking about when you were growing up and how things were going and what did you learn? Like, how did you handle these kind of situations back then? Like, did that work? Was it easier then? And I feel like you are kind of feeling very, very nostalgic. Like you're really, maybe you ran into some old friends, possibly somebody you haven't seen for a while. There's a bunch of planets in retrograde. I don't even know which ones, but they are. And sometimes that triggers us to run into people that we haven't seen for a long time, people that we haven't even thought about forever. You know, all of a sudden you'll start getting Facebook posts about, you know, do you want to be friends with this one? And you'll be like, dude, we knew you 30 years ago. But it could happen. But I feel like that was your happy. You know, maybe back when you were growing up or you were around these people, that was your full-on happiness. And maybe you're looking to see how you can get that back in whatever aspect it could come back to you. And that's why you're planning around this stuff and trying to, like, tamp this out because it might have to do with your family or friends and whoever else is involved. Now this Chariot energy. And again, this one's like, okay, you're very determined, you have a lot of drive, but it was coming up that it was not the best time. It was kind of like, the way they say it is kind of like against you, but I think it's more like, kind of like putting the screws to you a little bit. It's not, maybe you don't need to be that direct and that driven right here, right now. But maybe something else has to happen first before, you know, that's going to work out for you. And take it as it resonates. I mean, this could be, you know, different for everybody. All right, you got the Queen of Cups again, all right, and the Fool. So that to me, all right, so with this Queen of Cups, again, you had it before, you know, compassionate, emotionally stable, all that good stuff. And you have this new possibilities, new beginnings. So maybe either you adopted the Queen of Cups personality, or you have somebody that has that kind of characteristics about them, that kind of energy about them. And maybe you're starting something new with that. And I really still feel like this very much so with this Ten of Cups and this Six of Cups. Very nostalgic, very, I want to say, yeah, family and friends. And you're thinking about back then. Like back then keeps coming up in my head. So I feel like you want to start something new. And I think you want to go about it with either this person, again, it could be male or female, or you want to do it with that type of characteristics in you. All right, and what about this Ace of Wands? So what are you being inspired to do? The Five of Wands, again, and the Magician. All right, I kind of feel like, all right, if you weren't able to quell whatever this was, all this static that was going on before, you're going to, because you have everything you need as a resource. So if it's still going on and you're not exactly sure how to like put it out, I kind of feel like almost like putting out a cigarette ash, you know what I mean? Just like, you know, damp it down. Maybe it wasn't possible. Maybe it just kept traveling through here. But I think you actually do know what to do and how to do it. It just maybe it took a little bit longer. So it hasn't been there yet. And that makes me wonder. So maybe that driven, determining Chariot would be like now. You'd be able to bring it up now because that's when it would do its best. I want to pull another card just to see. Can you tell me about this Five of Wands? Oh, very well. All right. Got the Page of Pentacles and the Ace, the Page of Swords fell out too. So I'm thinking, all right, you in all this, you still have the financial opportunities, you still have abundance coming in. And with this Page of Swords, there is new ways to communicate. So you may be able to use what you learned here and be able to talk them down. You know, just maybe give them the talking stick. Say, all right, take your turn. Everybody take your turn. Because I feel like it's just not even so much that it's like they're fighting and it's horrible. I just feel like everybody wants to disagree for some reason. And I'm actually thinking about when, I don't know if you've ever been in like these clubs or meetings or whatever, and you know, you have this big thing to do at the end of the year, say, and you know, you're going to put on a show or and I feel like in that sense that's where it's coming from. Well, I want to do this, or I want to do that. And I feel that's what it feels like. It's not like, you know, anger and, you know, bitterness towards each other, but everybody thinks they have a better idea. And I feel like you're going to look at it and say, you have the opportunity to do this. You can figure out a way to talk to them or talk them down and get them all back on the same side, because you do have everything available to you. You have all the resources that you need because of what you have taken in, you know, how you're going to approach people and how you're going to make it, you know, make it nice for everybody. And I feel like, I really do feel like that nostalgia card was huge. I feel like that's something that in your past, when you were growing up, your family, with your friends, that you learned how to be very, you know, kind of middle of the road guy, not getting, you know, just being able to get everybody on the same side without causing any ruckus. I can't think of the word, but, you know, just being able to figure out how to make nice. All right, let's see about this. All right, we got, okay, your dreams need a practical plan. So whatever you're planning, whatever's going on, you want to make sure it's practical, right? So it actually can be fulfilled. All right, and then we have intuition, and then rejection flew out. So I think intuition, we know, we got that one. Oops, because I think that you guys have a lot of intuition when it comes to how to handle certain situations. But I am going to read the rejection if you feel like hanging around, listen. Because I've seen it before, but and if it's actually red, because they lie to me and they give me different colors. Either that or I'm really colorblind. Oh, maybe it's orange. Oops. All right, let's see. Try to refrain from pain. Try to reframe the pain of rejection and consider that whatever rejected you wasn't meant to be part of your life at this time, whether it be a person, job, or something else. Some even say that rejection is protection. So even though it may really hurt right now, know that something better is waiting for you. Trust that whatever it is meant is on its way to you. Okay, I like that one a little bit. And we know what intuition is, just going with your gut. All right, Capricorn, I hope you enjoyed it. If you want to give me a thumbs up, subscribe, write me a comment. I'd love to hear from you if it resonated. And I will be seeing you back in, oh wow, the beginning of October. All right, take care now. Thank you.